We have a treat for you today, and this is what you're going to be playing in class at some point too. Multiplication bingo. I mean, who doesn't like a good game of bingo?
I love bingo.
I do too.
It's one of my favorite games.
It is a super game. So let's go over some of the rules. Do you want to refresh about how we fill out our scorecards?
I sure will. So, boys and girls, you can see where there's a list of numbers. They're all crossed off right now with green lines. What we need to do is build our game board, and we're going to put each of those numbers into a square on the game board. You can only use each number one time, and after you write a number into the game board, you should make sure you cross it off on the list. That's why all the little green lines were there.
Yep.
So Mrs. McPhail filled out her game board already on top. She is in green.
Ooh, my favorite color.
And I chose red, which is not my favorite color, but I love red anyways. Blue is actually my favorite color, but I love red for math videos. So I guess we'll say red and blue are my favorite colors.
Fair enough.
Okay, so my game board is in red down below. What we are going to do is solve the answers to multiplication problems. Mr. Nutty, over there off to the side, is going to be rolling this die 2 times, and that will be a multiplication problem for me to solve. So for example, Mr. Nutty, can you give me a number here on that die?
Sure.
6. Okay, and I need another number, Mr. Nutty. 6. Okay, so I would have to figure out 6 times 6. That is my problem. And I know that that is a square number.
Square number.
And I've been practicing those, so I know it's 36. So now what I want to do is look at my game board and see if I have a 36.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yay! That means I get to put a counter over that number and cover it up.
Ooh.
And the goal of the game is to get 4 in a row. You can get it diagonal, going across, or up and down vertically. Okay, so now my turn would be over because my turn's done. I got a number on my grid. So now Mrs. McPhail would take her turn.
Okay, Mr. Nutty, be nice to me. Here we go. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. 1 times 1. I know that that's also a square number. And I know the answer is 1. So I'm going to look on my scoreboard. And sure enough, there's my answer. So I'm going to bring a little counter over. And now my turn is done.
Okay, back to me. 3 times 5.
Ooh.
3 times 5. I think the answer to that is 10. What do you think, Mrs. McPhail? Am I right?
Well, let's see. I counted by 5s on my fingers. So I did 5, 10, 15. I got 15 because I did 5 3 times.
Oh, I must have only done 5 2 times when I was trying to get my answer.
Bummer.
Well, there's a space in the math journal where it says, record the facts that you miss and be sure to practice them. So, Mrs. McPhail, could you write down 3 times 5
Sure.
for me?
What does that equal to?
That actually equals 15. You help me out with that. So
Thanks.
we'll put the correct answer there.
Okay.
And now I know that I need to practice this fact.
Okay.
So I lose my turn, too, in the game. So it's your turn now, Mrs. McPhail.
4 times 2. 4 times 2 would be 6. Oh, wait!
McPhail, I
Oh!
don't think it's 6. That's a doubles
Oh.
fact. You'd have 2 4s, which would be 8.
Oh, you're right.
But that's
Oh.
okay, because we have space where we can practice. So
Oh.
this game is going to help us learn which math facts we need to practice
You're
more.
right. It's okay to make mistakes. So 4 times 2, 4 plus 4, 8.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And I lost my turn now. So it's your turn.
Okay. 1 times 5. That answer is 5. But I don't see a 5 on my game board, so it means it's your turn.
2 times 6, which is 12. And I totally have a 12.
You do. Mrs. McPhail, just for time, I don't think we'll finish our game today, but I can see that you are ahead right now, And it looks like if you got a 9 and you got a 100, you could get 4 in a row diagonally.
And then I would be the winner.
And then you would be the winner.
Oh.
But we won't take up any more of our students' time tonight. I think they understand how to play the game.
I think so too.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you tonight.
Bye, guys.
Adios.